Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
You're looking live in Orion Township, the aftermath of a house explosion where 2 people are now missing at this hour.
The Night Cam's Tim Pamplin live on the scene. Tim?
Yeah, just an awful scene out here. This is Orion Township. This is Coates Road. It's about 2 miles due west of downtown Lake Orion. The house explosion occurring around about 8:30, 9 o'clock this evening. Firefighters got the call of a house explosion when they arrived. We've actually got some photographs if you wanted to take a look at those pictures. There you go. This is what firefighters were greeted with. A house fully involved, flames 50 feet high. Firefighters tell me the daughter of a 29-year-old, she got out, she's safe, she's got some bumps and bruises, but her parents, her mum and dad, are somewhere within the rubble. Let's hear from the township supervisor.
The house was completely engulfed in 50-foot flames when I arrived 15 minutes after the call. So there was not a lot they could do. They were in a defensive mode. Obviously, we want to get the people out, but it was a complete fireball.
How do your firefighters up there stay strong?
They're just working on adrenaline right now, just trying to find these people. So they're going to do the best they can.
Yeah, they say they're not going to leave until they found this mother and father, again, buried in the rubble, believed to be buried in the rubble here of this smoking mess. Chainsaws have come out. Now, there's a little bit of a mystery on the scene here. No natural gas to this home. They had a propane tank in the back that fed the house, but that was disconnected some time ago. So they have absolutely no idea what caused this house to explode into a fireball again. 3 people inside the home. The 29-year-old daughter, she got out relatively unscathed. The mum and dad are still missing in the rubble. As the fire chief said, the men and women of the fire departments here are going to stay on the scene until they've made the rescue and or the recovery. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, all right, Tim. Obviously, a lot of questions there about how this happened, but right now the urgency is over the search, and hopefully we'll be able to update it before this newscast is out.
Just an awful situation
Yeah,
out
sure
there.
is.
All right, thank you, Tim. Local forecasters tracking a severe weather threat we're looking at here for the next 2 days.
Let's get to Ben, who has got a look at when these storms might hit. Ben?
Yeah, we've got some stuff on radar that we're going to get to in a minute. This is going to be the stronger of the 2 the events that we're looking at is Thursday and Friday. And even though the potential is here, we're under that slight risk for about half the area. That's category 2 of 5. This is on Thursday. The potential is there. It is more likely and probably more widespread on Friday. That's when everybody's in the slight risk. But what's going on out there tonight is mostly just rain in our north zone. That's what we have been watching across parts of southeast Michigan. And we'll take a look at that coming up. Timing these storms is going to be difficult to say the least. We'll show you what the most likely times that we're going to see this stuff coming up here in a few minutes. By the way, here's 4 Live radar, and you can see the beginnings of this line of storms coming out of the lake. We'll talk more about that straight ahead, guys.
Homeland Security agents in biohazard suits taking over an East Side neighborhood tonight.
This operation, in fact, so dangerous, neighbors there were told to stay away. Jermont Terry live on the scene with what brought the feds out there. Jermont?
Well, Sandra, it's still a very active scene out here. The feds are focusing their attention outside this former flower shop. Now, this is the 3rd spot the feds raided and what's shaping out to be a massive bust involving chemicals, not to mention possibly drugs. Now, what type of drugs those involved in this multi-agency raid are not saying, but we do know what's playing out here on the east side also played out in Royal Oak earlier today and is spearheaded by Homeland Security. Along Connor, just before Gratiot, is where federal agents emerged, leaving those who call this East Side neighborhood home worried.
It's trouble. It's put it like it's trouble, you know what I'm saying? You know, I look at it like it's trouble, something going on.
What exactly that something is, federal agents won't say, but Wednesday night, agents in full hazmat gear entered the former Connor florist. They came here with a warrant in connection to an ongoing investigation. Neighbors tell me they were advised to keep a safe distance due to the dangerous chemicals inside.
Anybody that's at risk that would, come in contact with it.
We've learned the flower shop closed less than a year ago, and within the past 3 months, neighbors spotted several cars coming and going at all hours of the night. It's believed this was a front for some type of lab.
You don't never know what's going on in the neighborhood till you see what happened.
And it involves several neighborhoods, including Royal Oak. Wednesday morning, federal agents originally raided the Affordable Lab on Crooks Road. Special agents from the same Homeland Security Task Force spent a good portion of the day here. With help from state police and local agencies, they also swooped in into this house on Manistee, we spotted federal gang agents bringing out boxes of evidence as they close in on what was likely a massive operation.
Now everybody knows what's going on because it's going to be on the news.
And tonight, the feds are still in the back of this building collecting evidence nearly 4 hours after they came here to the east side on Connors. Now, we should point out the details of exactly why they are here remain under a federal sealed warrant. Reporting live on the city's east side, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Jermont, a man named a person of interest in the disappearance of Danielle Stieslicki is now being looked at by 3 different police agencies on 3 different matters. Floyd Galloway was arraigned in Livonia today, charged with trying to kidnap and rape a woman in Hines Park last fall. Allen Park police are investigating similarities between that assault and one in Allen Park earlier this month. And Farmington Hills police say Galloway is a person of interest in the Danielle Stieslicki investigation. She's been missing now since December. Galloway was a security guard at the Southfield building where Stieslicki worked. His Berkeley home was searched after she disappeared. A mattress, floorboards, and his car were all removed, you may recall, but he was not charged. Now, Stieslicki's parents tell Defender Karen Drew what went through their minds when they were notified about this new development.
My initial reaction is scared, because that means the outcome of the description of the jogger is something that could be the fate of my daughter. And my daughter didn't get the chance to get out and get help.
Combined evidence from both investigations led Livonia police to Galloway. Farmington Hills police tell the defenders they have talked to Galloway about Danielle Stieslicki. They have conducted more than 60 search warrants, and they plan on doing more in the very near future.
A Sweet 16 party gets out of control and ends with shots fired. An innocent driver hit by a stray bullet. Another bullet ended up in the garage of a home nearby. Neighbors say they've now reached their breaking point. Mara McDonald live in Lincoln Park. And Mara, a teenager was hit.
He sure was. Sandra, let me put this into some sort of context for you. This party was going down here at this Las Vegas hall. Fight breaks out inside, spills out into the parking lot. That's when the shots start getting fired. A 16-year-old boy who was driving down Fort, had nothing to do with any of this, ends up getting shot in the process. Now, that's not all. Neighbors who live behind here say they had kids running from this party through their lawns at like 11:30 at night, and they found a couple slugs afterwards as well.
This is the bullet hole in my garage door that came from directly over there. At first I had just found the copper part, and then I actually found the slug.
Mitchell saved the slug he found on his garage floor and is turning it over to police. His neighbors on Fort Park Boulevard have had it.
I sit right there and look at TV. You know, that could have come through this glass window here. It killed me.
The Las Vegas Hall hosts a variety of events, some exercise classes, which nobody has a problem with, but private parties on weekend nights have neighbors crying nuisance.
They trashed the parking lot.
And the noise has been, according to multiple neighbors, way over the top. But Saturday night, police say a Sweet 16 party there ended in gunfire. A 16-year-old randomly driving down Fort Street was hit by one of the bullets, and one ended up embedded in Mitchell's garage.
I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I'm going to go to the city council meeting on the 3rd and bring it up, and hopefully more people from the community do the same.
Back here live. Now, I reached out to the owners here at the Las Vegas Hall by calling the number on the awning. A woman returned my call, would not identify herself, and refused an interview. I did ask her if she was going to consider anything to try and tamp down on these incidences, because this is the second one. The first one happened in December of 2015. There was a shooting out here in the parking lot. Nobody was hit, but cars were vandalized. She told me she would consider some more security measures. We are live in Lincoln Park. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Tonight, Australian police have charged the Vatican treasurer with a number of sexual assault offenses. Cardinal George Pell of Australia is now the highest-ranking Vatican official to be charged in the church's long-running sexual abuse scandal. Pell is 76 years old, now facing a number of charges. He's lived at the Vatican since 2014. No official comment tonight from the Vatican.
New criteria now set today for visa applications from 6 mainly Muslim countries. Under the new rules, any visas that have already been approved will not be revoked, but new applicants have to prove they have a relationship with someone already here in the U.S. in order to be eligible. This affects applicants from Syria, Sudan, Somalia, Libya, Iran, and Yemen. The rules apply to refugees from all nations awaiting approval to try to come to the U.S.
If you've just joined us, this is The Scene tonight. This is a live look at a neighborhood in Orient Township. 2 people are still missing after a house exploded earlier this evening. Firefighters very carefully picking through the debris and hopes of finding those 2 people, a man and a woman. Their daughter managed to escape the home during the explosion. The cause of it remains unknown. We'll have another live update from the scene in a few moments, and we'll continue with Local 4 News at 11 after this. The healthcare crisis affects everyone, but some worry children are especially vulnerable.
In my office, 70% of the children we care for have Medicaid insurance.
All day long, we've been looking at the healthcare crisis and the impact changes could have on people here in Michigan.
Some experts say proposed cuts could hit children especially hard. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with a closer look at why.
Well, Devin and Sandra, one of the key provisions of the bill currently being considered in the Senate involves big cuts to Medicaid. In Michigan, 41% of our state's kids are receiving help from Medicaid. That's nearly 1 million children. And tonight, the doctors who help care for them, well, they're concerned.
It just seems really surprising that we would cut a program that affects so many children. It seems short-sighted.
Dr. Sharon Swindle is the president-elect of the Michigan chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics. She's also a practicing pediatrician at Ypsilanti Pediatrics.
In my office, 70% of the children we care for have Medicaid insurance, and a lot of them have special health care needs, chronic health care conditions. It would have a huge impact on them.
Currently, the federal funding for Medicaid is not capped. The proposed Senate bill would change that, leaving states to make up the lost funds or reduce coverage or benefits.
As it is now, the terminology is states will have increased flexibility. I interpret that as increased flexibility to decide what gets cut.
America Gomez works full-time as a medical assistant, but worries about her own family's health care. Her 2-year-old daughter, Jocelyn, was born with a brain defect, hydrocephalus, and some developmental delays.
She needs audiology, vision, PT, occupational health, speech therapy.
Gomez has health insurance through work, but Medicaid helps fill in the gaps.
That's a huge help because every specialty appointment, it's a higher copay. So it's like $30 for every appointment.
It's care that Gomez says is helping Jocelyn exceed doctors' expectations.
Some of them thought she wasn't going to walk. Some of them think, oh, she probably won't ever do this or that. And so she's been proving them. But I feel it's because she has all this great care.
Without help from Medicaid, she would have to make difficult choices.
I would have to think more about what appointments are crucial. People have this misconception that it's only people that don't work that have Medicaid. It's only people who are abusing the system. No, it's hardworking people also are affected.
Pediatrician Dr. Terry Joyner says those difficult choices could end up costing more in the long run.
If we cannot see those patients, they have to go elsewhere or nowhere. And I'm afraid that elsewhere might be going to the emergency rooms for fragmented and less quality care.
Swindle urges lawmakers to consider the long-term investment.
Protect the children, and investing in their health allows them to go to school. If they can go to school, they're going to get their education. If they can get their education, they're going to be able to work.
Now, some have also raised concerns that the bill would end expanded Medicaid coverage in Flint that was set up to help children and pregnant women that were exposed to lead in the water. Clearly, a lot of factors to consider in all of this.
And we've also heard some protests that referring to it as a cut when it is actually a cut to a planned increase, which I guess some see as different.
Well, Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, is the law of the land. So the planned increase is what exists right now.
So if you cut it, it's a cut.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right, Doc.
Thanks, Doc.
Here's what Help Me Hank is working on for tomorrow night at 11.
I look marvelous in these.
Designer sunglasses that cost big bucks, or those that you can buy at the local gas station for $10? Which do better to protect your eyes? You may be surprised to see what the experts have to say.
They can say that they protect from UV light, but they don't need to tell you how much.
Tomorrow at 11.
Yeah, partial to gas station sunglasses for reasons that will remain unknown. Will we be in sunglasses tomorrow? It's a song of mine.
Okay.
Tim Pamplin inspired once upon
about that.
No, Tim Pamplin inspired that once upon a time.
We had no idea.
It'd be nice if we could need sunglasses tomorrow, but you've got a lot going on here.
A lot of clouds tomorrow and 2 days of storm threats. And starting tomorrow, as a matter of fact, 4 Live radar shows that we could get wet tonight. There's rain in the north zone right now. A lot of that has missed the majority of the area, but look at what's going on out here to the west. Thunderstorms crossing the lake, and there's quite a few of them out here too. Still a lot of lightning. No severe warnings on these, and they will weaken as they move east. The big question is, are they going to fall apart completely? And the answer to that is probably no. You look back here across northern parts of Illinois, there's a string of counties that are under flash flood warnings that run from the Iowa border right out here to Lake County on the north side of Chicago. So quite a bit of rain in those storms too. 72 is where we're at right now. We've got a south wind at 11. And as we go through the next few days, we alluded to this top of the show, timing these storms out is going to be incredibly difficult. Each successive run of the models that we've been looking at has really changed everything each time. So this is the latest flavor, and I think it does a pretty good job of showing how the storm chance gets better as we get into Friday. So Thursday, we are going to be watching the afternoon hours. Any of these storms that pop up do have the potential to bring some damaging winds. You're going to see fewer of them on Thursday than what we're going to see on Friday. Look at what happens as we get into the overnight. This is 1 a.m. The first big line of storms comes through. Could be seeing multiple rounds of these as we get through the day on Friday, and then eventually things try to calm down as we get into Friday night. Still some rain around as we get into Saturday morning. But lows tonight not nearly as cool. We'll be 66 when we wake up in the morning, and high temperatures are going to be warmer too. Also keep in mind with these warmer temperatures, we are going to get some humidity back in the afternoon. So mid 80s is what we're looking at in the metro zone. South zone temperatures not a whole lot different, maybe 86 for some of our warmest numbers down towards the Ohio state line. West zone temperatures here in the mid 80s, and one of the coolest spots is going to be still in the 80s, low 80s up here in Marlette. North Branch also at 81 degrees tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be very consistent over the next 7. We're going to stay in the low to mid 80s, and that's going to take us all the way into the 5th of July. But look at how many days in the forecast that we have got thunderstorm chances. 6 out of the next 7. Now, out of the outside of Thursday and Friday, the rest of these aren't great. Sunday looks like the only completely dry day. So if you do have plans for the 4-day weekend, that's going to be the pick day, but still could be some storms around as we get into Monday and unfortunately on the 4th as well. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ben. We are still on the scene of breaking news in Orion Township. That's where 2 people are missing after a house explosion. You're looking at live pictures right now. The Night Cam has a live update for you on the search coming up next.